Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about Singapore and its English culture. So first, a quick introduction. Singapore is a small country in Southeast Asia, but it's super diverse. You've got people from different backgrounds like Chinese, Malay, Indian, and more. Because of that, it's a place where many languages are spoken. And let's talk about language policy and the official languages. Well, Singapore has four official languages, like English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil. But out of all of them, English is the main one. People use it for school, at work, and even at home. Then, the language policy. The government has this idea of using English as a working language. That means most things like education, government, and business are all done in English. But at the same time, students also learn their own ethnic language, like Mandarin or Tamil. So basically, people grew up bilingual or even trilingual. And what do they use English for? I would say pretty much everything like classes, news, signs on the street, and even chatting with friends. It's the common language that connects everyone. Then the origin of English. English came to Singapore in 1819 when the British set up a trading post there. It was introduced by the British during the colonial period, mostly used in government and schools. So the origin of English in Singapore is clearly linked to its history as a British colony.
English is the main language used in Singapore's media. Most newspapers, such as the Straits Times, are published in English. TV and radio programs are often in English or bilingual. Social media, online videos, and advertisements are mostly in English. This makes English the dominant language in everyday information sharing. Like in many countries, English is common in video games in Singapore. Gamers often use English interface and terms like level up, quest, HP, rank. Many games are not translated into local language, so English is essential for understanding. Even when speaking Singlish, gamers mix English with local expressions. English is Singapore's official working language. It is used in government, education, business, and diplomacy. Many Singaporeans speak English fluently and use it to communicate internationally. Singapore is known as a global business hub, and English helps connect it to the world. English is also the language of instruction in school and university.
Used in Singapore food. We can see there are a lot of traditional food like satay, laksa, chili crab, nasi lemak, bak kut teh, and so on. And we also know that Singapore is a multilingual country. The English translation of the food basically is related to the multiculturalism of Singapore. These translations are not formal English. They are compound words and transliteration like Fujian dialect, Malay, and Chinese. So later I will introduce some English of the food. First is bak kut teh, 肉骨茶. It's a transliteration of Hokkien. And nasi lemak is 椰浆饭. Nasi in Malay means rice. Lemak in Malay means rich in oil. Usually means the flavor of adding coconut milk. Satay, 沙爹 comes directly from Malay. Last is fried bihun, 炒米粉. It is not related to the beef. It's a transliteration of Hokkien.
To sum up, English is a very big part of life in Singapore. It's not only used in school, but also at work, in the news, on the street, and at home. Because people in Singapore come from many cultures, English helps everyone understand each other. The government supports the use of English. They want people to use English in daily life, but also learn their own ethnic language. That's why many people in Singapore can speak two or three languages. This is really special and helpful in today's world. We can also see English in fun things like food and games. Many food games are a mix of English and other languages, like Malay, Hokkien, and Chinese. This shows how languages and culture are connected. Games also use a lot of English words, so young people are very used to hearing and speaking English. So in the end, English is not just a subject in Singapore, it is a bridge. It helps people talk to each other, do business, learn new things, and stay connected to the world. That's why English is so important in Singapore today. Thank you for listening.